everybody. Good afternoon, Fem City. I am here with business member Tammy Watkins, and we are here to talk about all things Tammy and Birthwell and all that fun stuff. So if you want to go ahead and start and just tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Erin, for being here and taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Fems. It's been such a joy and pleasure to be involved in the Fem City community and meet lots of great women in our community and to support one another. So thanks for all that you do and all that you guys do. My name is Tammy Watkins, and I keep busy with lots of things. So personally, we have 4 kids and I homeschool, and then my husband runs Live Well and I help with that, but I spend a lot of my time and most of my passion is dedicated towards Birthwell, which is where we're at now. And it's a prenatal and pediatric clinic. We're in Clive on University, just off of the Jordan Creek Parkway and University exit. And like I said, our specialty is women and children, and that's all we see. So that's been really fun. It just sets a different vibe than a lot of the other chiropractic world where moms come in and they can sit here and nurse. We've got a couch, we've got multiple boppies, a train table for kids to play. It's been really fun. A lot of times moms will end up making new friends or staying for an hour sometimes just to nurse. And
so it's a community.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been doing that? How long has Birthwell been around?
So I initially started with doing family practice, and then it's been almost 8 years ago now, decided that I wanted to be home with my kids some, and so I was cutting my patient hours, and I'd always dreamt of seeing pregnant women and children exclusively, and so I thought, well, I guess this is the time. Right. It was a scary decision at the time because I thought a large portion of my practice were women and children, but a significant were still men, or women who weren't moms or children, or we didn't have children, and so just decided to take the leap, and it was the best decisions ever to get to come in every day and see the people I really feel called to serve and treat. And same with Dr. Nicole, who we practice together. That's really who our passion is surrounding, and especially after I became a mom. At the time we did Birthwell, then that was something that was really important. I started off Live Well combined chiropractic, and then Birthwell split off just to do its own specific work in 2011.
Oh, cool. So 8 years. Crazy. Time flies by.
Oh, it goes so fast.
So give us a time. So a mom is expecting. So you see her from the moment that she's expecting until like postpartum, or like give us a time frame of when you would see women.
Yeah. So we would see anybody, from conception on, and we always tell people once you're in our family, you're always in our family. So you're not kicked out at any point of time. And so we always recommend that we get to see women as early on in pregnancy as we can. We typically recommend we're seeing them as frequently as they're seeing their care provider, their midwife, or their OB. And some women we see weekly or more throughout their pregnancy, and some people we see in a much more similar routine as to the frequency they're seeing their care provider, OB. It just really depends on what's going on with that mom. That's another thing we really have found within our little niche here at Birthwell, is that we don't have set frequencies or visits. It's really so unique to the individual mom and to the individual child. How are they doing? We spend a lot of time empowering them on what they can be doing at home. How are you sitting? How are you sleeping? What stretches or exercises you can be doing? We love to collaborate and send people to yoga or to massage or to women's health, physical therapy, and all of those things. One of the things that makes us the most sad is when people are told that pregnancy just means you will be uncomfortable, or if you have back pain, it's just part of pregnancy and to deal with it, which is so not true. Oftentimes there's at least things to help alleviate or if not diminish some of those. Pregnancy doesn't have to equal discomfort or pain. And so before your body starts really changing and adapting, and your belly's growing and your back's arching to compensate and your breast density is changing, if we can kind of get ahead and make some corrections and then maintain those corrections, we love to do that. And then we also are really intentional about, at each appointment, introducing a different topic about what are you doing for protein, or what stretches.
It's not just adjusting, it's a whole picture of lifestyle.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when mamas are in, we're asking them about their stress levels, we're asking them what support they have, we're asking them about what's on their list of what they need for baby, and if we have anything to add to those, talking about what stretches or exercises they're doing and modifying or suggesting based on that. We're always checking their ankles and their toes and their knees and their shoulders and their elbows and their hands and their jaw, because it's all related and your body's adapting and changing, and there can be stress at different areas just related to pregnancy. And especially we talk to moms about how you have that relaxin hormone in pregnancy that lets things expand, which is a blessing, but it also is a curse in the fact that things can move more easily out of where they should be. And the importance of, our goal is to make adjustments last as long as they can, and that's really a team effort. What those muscles are doing, how inflamed is mom, how hydrated, all of those things play into that. So our goal isn't just to adjust you, but how can we help create alignment and then sustain that beyond just the adjustment.
And so then you also see children as well.
Yes.
And so when a child comes in here, what's like the ultimate goal? What is, like, give us an example of how chiropractic care would help with that, or what do you do with that?
So in the pregnancy process, we start talking to moms about getting the opportunity to just check their babies when they're born. A lot of times we don't think about that babies can actually get their first subluxation or misalignment in their spine while they're in mommy's belly, you know, depending on the position that they're in or any stressors that they've had in there. So we just encourage them to give us the opportunity to at least check baby out. It's very gentle. Chiropractic care for babies is very different than it is for adults. Very light touch, no quick turns, no audible noises, anything like that. Oftentimes babies sleep really well. So that's one of the things that people will comment on too, is that they notice babies are sleeping better afterwards, or that might be why they bring them in. They're not sleeping well, they're fussy. One of our biggest joys is helping babies who are struggling to latch or to eat. So so important. And a lot of times that connection isn't put there. So truly, whether they're bottle feeding or breastfeeding is really helpful, but we want to know how their tongue is moving and how their jaw is moving, and if their neck is tight, where the nerves come out, to innervate all of those areas. And so we do craniosacral therapy here, and we talk through tongue exercises, collaborate a lot with IBCLCs or lactation consultants to make sure that latch is the best it can be, and just supporting mom and championing them through that period, which can be really struggling. If babies not gaining weight well, if baby is clicking or leaking at the breast, if baby's arching a lot or just seems tense and uncomfortable, those are great reasons to have your baby checked out. We also see kiddos who are spitting up or who are getting sick often. We don't treat ear infections or treat colds, but by getting adjusted, a lot of those things, it boosts the immune system, and we just see those things are happening less frequently once they have chiropractic care.
So Tammy is someone that you, like, if you're expecting or you're planning to expect, would be someone who would be within your birth circle, like someone, like another resource tool to have to help through that process.
For sure. I just love really spending time chatting through pregnant women. Like I said, encouraging them. My pregnancies and my births were some of my most empowering moments and empowering days. And that is another thing that's really hard for me, that a lot of times birth is really scary for people. People are dreading it. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to experience, maybe because of what they've been told or fears. And just letting them know that it really can be beautiful. And if they're feeling those ways, it's okay. Emotions do matter, and those are okay. And that there's great resources for that too. And so being able to talk them through that, it's been really great. Dr. Nicole has 3 kiddos and I have 4 kiddos, and certainly becoming a mom has shifted how we're able to support women and support moms as well. And so it's been a really great blessing to be able to sit knee to knee with a mom or hug a mom and just give her a space to cry and give her a place to feel sad or frustrated or even mad that breastfeeding isn't working, or feel really anxious that they might be being induced the next day, or they might have to have a C-section, and empower them through that and let them know that even in those moments there's still a lot of options. There's still really great opportunities for support from doulas and things they can be asking their provider, and options that they have still for birth, and then also things we can do here and educate them on at home to potentially avoid those inductions, or things they can be natural things they can be trying beyond just the adjustment itself. which leads me, what I forgot to mention is the big deal about chiropractic and pregnancy is just making sure that your baby is in the best position in your pelvis. And so that's why chiropractic care is known, especially in the realm of pregnancy and breech babies, where chiropractors don't turn a breech baby, but if that pelvis is lined up the way it should be and is symmetrical, babies are intended to go head down. And so we always tell moms, we want baby head down, and not only head down, but facing the right way and central over the cervix. And that is absolutely best maintained by your pelvis being as open and as symmetrical as possible. So getting adjusted in pregnancy doesn't only help discomforts of pregnancy, it helps set that. So typically the research has been great for chiropractic care in pregnancy. Women who are adjusted in pregnancy tend to have shorter labor time, shorter pushing time, less incidence of back labor, less in utero constraint for baby.
I personally was adjusted during my second pregnancy, not my first, and I could definitely tell a difference between the two of those. I mean, there's different factors with everything, but definitely.
And we always tell people, like, the earliest we'd love to see you as soon as you pee on a stick, and we've seen people at 42 weeks who are going to be induced the next day, and either their midwife has told them, well, chiropractic may be an option, or maybe they've been turned off to chiropractic and thought, oh, this might be scary, and then have just hit the point where they'll try anything. And so we've seen people that far on. But we have a table that adapts to pregnancy and pillows that we use. Very gentle, very, very safe for pregnant women. And we always say we have lots of tools in our toolbox. So what may work for you may not work for the next mom. And we recognize that and have lots of different ways to accommodate for that and talk through that too.
That's awesome. So what can the FemCity community, what can I do to help support you?
That's a great question. I think just continuing to have and offer relationships, opportunities to collaborate with one another. It really does take a village. And so if you know any moms who are expecting, due soon, or have babies at all, just letting them know that chiropractic is an option, that there is hope out there. And certainly we are always open to chatting with moms, even if it's just over email or over the phone, whether you become a patient or not, just to be able to support them, or any opportunities to come in if there are femmes who are ever with groups of moms who have opportunities for someone to come in and talk through things either pregnant people who are pregnant can be thinking about, or even moms. We talk about breastfeeding position makes a huge difference on things, how you're bringing baby to the breast, things to look for. So
awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
I'm glad that we got time.
For sure. If you guys have any questions for Tammy or for me or anything, place them down below, and then Tammy and I will take a look and we'll try and answer all those. And and
feel free to shoot an email,
message. Where can they find you? What is your email address, or your email or your website address?
So our website is www.birthwell.net, and there's some really great resources on there, lactation cookie ideas, other positioning sorts of things. And so you can go onto the website, or you could email us at info@birthwell.net, or just message me through Facebook too. I'm happy to help however I can.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you.
Thanks
guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.